Can you take a windshield that is dirty, scratched up, and hazy looking and make it look new again? Well, let's find out, because I've already started on this one. You can see she's definitely hazy looking. But I want to show you what steps you need, how to do it, and all that stuff. It's not that hard, and depending on how good of a job you want, depends on what you want to use. So let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm working on two cars that I picked up at the antique mall, and the windshield this one especially had some pretty deep scratches in it. So I wanted to see if I could fix it. So here's what it looks like after you sand it. And I know it looks rough, it really does, but keep in mind that once you polish it or clear coat it, watch what happens. Here's how it looks before the clear coat. Here's how it looks after the clear coat. Amazing difference, huh? So, and that's how they clean your headlights whenever you go to get them restored. So let's walk through it. I'll do it step by step so you can see everything that's going on. There's not much you need, and depending on how good of an end result you want, determines on how far you want to go. But I've got different grit sandpapers here. This is a 150. Then I've got a 325, then I've got an 800, and I've got 1,000. Now for my cars, I'm going to use a pack of sanding sponges that I got at Hobby Lobby. They have 3,200, 3,600, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 12,000. Now I'm not going to go that high. I'm only going to stop at 4,000. And then we will dip it in some Pledge Floor Revive. And I'm telling you, night and day difference. Night and day difference. So let's get started. I recommend wet sanding. So you can get the sandpapers at any automotive store. Walmart carries it. Lowe's, Home Depot, any of that stuff. As you can see, this one has one good scratch right there. And then just a lot of small scratches and light hazing all the way around. On the sides it's pretty clear. So we're going to focus mainly on this, and then we'll hit the sides. And of course we've got to hit the engine cover too. So I know it's a scary process or concept, thinking I'm going to be sanding on my plastic glass. I know. It is a scary proposition. But trust me, if you can't find the replacement, what are you going to do, right? You have to work with what you have. So that's exactly what we're doing. And you have to excuse my dirty fingernails. I've been working on that one, so I have a lot of dirt built up in it right now, but that's okay. It's not why we're here. We're not a beauty contest. We're a Diecast channel. Just lightly hit the sides because the sides aren't dirty. Hit the engine cover, like I said. I hit it too. You don't have to spend a lot of time if it's not really scratched. And after you do it for a second, rinse it off. Look how good it looks already. That's how it'll look after we clear coat it. But wipe it off and see if you've got any scratch. By now, everywhere that is the same height will be hazy looking. Anywhere that is deeper than that, in other words, it's a scratch because you've removed product, will be shiny. So you can see there's a scratch right there. So we just keep working on that one area until we get it where we want. And a lot of people are very scared to do this, but I'm telling you, you can get kind of aggressive with this. I mean, the 325 is working on this. Matter of fact, the scratch is gone. But if for some reason it's not going away, you can go down lower. I said I was going to use the 150 and I actually forgot, so I started with the 325. but the scratch is now gone. There's no light spot there. There's a few scratches on the engine cover still, so I'm going to work on that for just a second. And if it doesn't look like the 325 is going to take it away, I'll switch over to the 150. Alright, now a quick word of caution with this stuff. It is the stickiest substance known to man. Because let's face it, it goes on the floor and it has to stick to the floor. So, with that being said, you want your piece, i.e. windshield, to be as clean as it can be. Because whatever goes on this bad boy at this moment will stay on this bad boy. So make sure it's clean. Grab it from a spot that you won't see and just dunk it down in there. And one cool thing about this is it is self-leveling. You can see how much better that glass looks already. It is self-leveling, but all you do is you just wick off the excess. Right? Give it a second to gather and then just wick it off. But you can see how much better that looks already. Now, is it going to be perfect? Absolutely not. It's not a new piece of glass. But what you're going to do next is take it and put it in somewhere that will stay free of dust. So I just use these old Cool Whip containers. I take the lid and put it on it, and a couple hours later come back and they're done. But again, just grab it by somewhere that's not going to be seen. Now if you get anything on it, if you get this on anything that you really don't want it on, don't fret. It cleans up with water real easy as long as you get it before it dries. That's the trick. You've got to get it before it dries. And you want to wick off any excess. You don't want a big puddle of it, because it will just look real funny. But again, this stuff is self-leveling, so just lay it in there and make sure it's flat. Cover it up, come back later, and it will be a lot better than what you started with. Alright, let's see how this turned out. I have not looked. Been sealed up overnight. Here's the first one. As you can see, that looks almost as good as new. Almost. This one, I kind of screwed up on it. I really did. Because I just screwed up. I went to use the Dremel and some polishing cream, and it made divots in the plastic because it got too hot. So I should have just went ahead and resanded it all the way down, but I didn't. I only went to 1,000, I think, and I should have went higher, because now you can see it looks good, but you can still see the lines in it, and it's kind of foggy looking. So I may end up resanding that anyway, because this is the way it'll look if you do it right. I sanded this all the way to 4,000, and this looks like brand new. Let me take the screw out of this so we can stick it in here so we can see exactly how good it's going to look. Take me just a second to get the screw out, because it has to go over that. Look how good that looks now. I mean, that looks just like new. I am tickled with the way that turned out. This one, I'm going to go ahead and just re-sand it. I dipped it and everything, but I'm not satisfied with the way it looks. So I'm going to go ahead and re-sand it, and I'm going to re-sand it all the way down to 4,000. That's where we left off with this, and that's why it looks as good as it does. I just wanted to show you how to do this because I like to learn as you guys learn and pass on the experience and all that great stuff, because I mean, it still looks okay. I mean, it would work. I mean, I could just tint it black, but I'm going to be doing some detail work on the engine and stuff that's in the back, and I want the front to be able to show too, so I'm going to resand that. But anyhow, that's how you do it. If you do this right, it will turn out like that. Sometimes we just have to learn. I screwed up on this, and now I've got to fix it. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching.